Hi, I'm Asha, I'm a part-time artist and I work mainly with color pencils. In today's video, I'll be sharing a time-lapse of my nose studies. My goal was to create a smooth, almost oil paint-like effect using color pencils. It's a more classical style and I love how it challenges my usual approach to pencil work. If you're also into exploring new techniques with color pencils, stick around. I share tips, talk about my materials and explain the process step by step. For these studies, I used Strathmore Toned Down Mixed Media paper. It's a recent discovery, but it's quickly become one of my favorites. This paper works beautifully with colored pencils, capturing their vibrancy while allowing for multiple layers. What I love most is how the toned down background transforms the final look of the piece. Colors appear richer and more cohesive, giving a different vibe compared to working on white paper. I think it's especially great for portraits because the mid-tone base helps to balance light and shadow right from the start. I used a mix of pencils from 3 different brands: Faber-Castell Polychromos, Prismacolor Premier and Caran d'Ache Luminance. Each has its unique qualities and I like to combine them to get the best of each. Polychromos are perfect for the early stages. They are firmer, which makes them great for initial layers and planning out the tonal values. I use these to lightly sketch and block in colors, creating a roadmap for the nose's structure. Prismacolor Premier pencils are softer. They're wonderful for adding vibrancy. Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils are my go-to for the finishing touches. They blend beautifully and are great for smoothing out transitions between colors. That said, these aren't strict rules. Sometimes I experiment switching tools depending on the piece. It's about finding what works best for the specific effect you're going for. To achieve this smooth, oil paint-like effect, I focus on layering and blending. Instead of pressing hard right away, I gradually build up light layers. This method prevents the waxy buildup that can make pencils feel less flexible. I also take advantage of the toned paper to enhance the highlights. By leaving parts of the paper exposed or lightly layering on white pencil, the highlights appear softer and more natural. When it comes to shadows and midtones, I don't shy away from using unexpected colors. For instance, I've added touches of blue, green, and even purple in the shadowed areas of the skin. These subtle hues create depth and make the drawing feel more lifelike. Skin isn't just beige. It reflects light, absorbs colors, and has so many undertones. Speaking of shadows, one of my favorite parts of drawing noses is working with values, the balance of lights and darks. It's amazing how just a slight adjustment in shadow placement can completely change the expression or mood of the drawing. In these studies, I paid close attention to how light wraps around the nose. Adding subtle highlights on the tip, bridge and edges creates a three-dimensional look. And blending the darker areas smoothly into the mid-tones avoids any harsh lines, which helps achieve that classic painterly effect. When drawing skin, I always recommend going beyond the typical skin tones. For example, use pinks and reds to create warmth in areas like the nostrils or where the skin is thinner. Add blues or greens. These colors hint at veins beneath the skin or the way light interacts with it. Don't forget about yellows or even purples to bring subtle variations into the skin surface. This approach makes the drawing much more dynamic and realistic. It's not about copying what you see, but understanding what makes it feel alive. After building up the layers, I go in with my white pencil and white gel pen for the finishing details. These tools are perfect for enhancing tiny highlights, like the shine on the tip of the nose or the reflective light along the edges. Once the details are in place, I use a light color pencil to smooth out any rough transitions. This step helps to give the piece that polished, oil paint-like finish I'm aiming for. And that's it for my nose studies. I hope you found these insights helpful. In this case, the key is to experiment and not be afraid to use unconventional colors. If you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper, check out my channel or Patreon for more content. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite feature to draw. Thank you so much for watching and bye bye!